Howdy, 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 my darling Aquarius. How you doing? Let's get into your weekly tarot reading for June 2023. All right, we're already at the halfway point. Can you believe it, Aquarius? So enough of the introductions. Let's just get into your tarot reading, see what's happening for you. Oh, girl. As I drop these cards here, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Very fitting card, actually. All right, now I'm not gonna just make my life circumstances associated and be like, oh, because I coughed, it must be your throat chakra. No, but it does make me giggle, this association that I almost dropped the Knight of Pentacles, where it's like the sense of releasing things as you go on your journey, Aquarius. So I feel like you're as this journey that you've been trudging along with, because the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight, but it always gets to its destination. And where you are at currently, you are extremely out of your comfort zone, but it's in the name of development. It's in the name of developing from the Knight of Pentacles into the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles. How you doing? Right? And so it's on this journey here, what things that you've been having to let go of. Maybe you've been having to let go of certain folks. Maybe you've been having to let go of projects in your life that have been really hard for you to let go of, because you're just so much of your time is being consumed by your journey and just what it is that you're currently working on here. But I also get like this message here where it's like you're just cutting away the fat. You're cutting away at the dead weight here. All right. So let's explore. Girl, I don't even need to explore this. Right. You have this Three of Swords. So where you're currently at, Aquarius, is that I like this for you because it's showing to me you don't have the time or the energy to entertain BS. But I'm a little bit, I don't want to say concerned for you, Aquarius. I am concerned for you. Because it shows to me that you've been having to just deal with a lot of BS. And I'm a little bit worried because you are out of your comfort zone here. I'm worried about you just shutting down because of the BS. Because this Three of Swords, it's almost as if like the things that just are no longer serving you. Let's just say, for example, like if your work is no longer serving you, or if it's time for you to move on to the next chapter, I feel like your work is really grinding your gears. When it comes to folks, it's almost as if like the folks that you're meant, why am I saying folks so much recently? The people in your life that are like, it's reached its expiration date, certain people that you've had a relationship with, romantic, platonic, family, like they've been coming to an end because of like painful situations or just situations that are just really uncomfortable. It's like the trash is seeing its way out, right? And then during your process here, the Hanged Man coming in here, and then the Seven of Swords, all right? And so you're really having, I know it's a little bit corny, Aquarius, but it is this message of where you are having a little bit of an awakening moment, I feel, in regards to just life in general. I feel like you are a lot less, the sense of obligation towards people. I almost said folks again. The sense of obligation that you feel towards people, projects, like you're not clinging on as hard anymore, because I feel like for you, especially with the Seven of Swords, and also take note, Aquarius, even with the Seven of Swords, it has the representations of like feathers being let go of. I'm just like, I've had this deck for years, but it's making me laugh seeing this one crow or raven, whatever it is, just going wild in the camera, in the picture. But yeah, I feel like your perspective has greatly shifted. If you were struggling with heavy people pleasing in the past, I don't think it's really going to become an issue for you too much longer here, because you're understanding the journey or the destination that you're trying to get to. If the things are meant to be part of your life, it's going to find a way to maintain being there. That's really like the message that I get here, is like, if something's meant to be part of your life, it's going to find a way to like fit as a part of your life, not to come into this place of coming in with BS. So for example, Aquarius, right? For me, I had to recently let go of a friendship that I made in high school, because lovely person in their own way, but they just started becoming like a burden in my life. And I don't need to go into the details about it, but I've been in this journey of healing, in this journey of hustling, and just all of this here. And so that's where my vision has been, right? And then like, because of just life in general, haven't been as available. And so then it came with the unfortunate situation with my high school friend. She didn't understand it and she didn't respect it. And again, I don't want to go into details about it, but it really put me in this place where it's just like, you know what, I don't want to cling on to you anymore because I got so much else that I'm having to go through, that it's not even a sense of like bitterness, because I didn't even feel bitterness. I was just like, oh, I've outgrown you, or it's like, this is the time, like our relationship has reached its expiration date. I'm gonna go this way, you go that way, type of thing here, right? I don't feel like there's any sense of bitterness for you, but I feel like you really are shedding your wings, or shedding your skin of certain things in your life that have maybe been part of your life for a long time, but now you're at this place where it's like you're valuing the destination that you're going to more than making sure things in your life, people in your life are able to keep up or still be compatible in your life, right? It's like this sense of where you're not going to stop your travels just because somebody is having a temper tantrum. You're just like, all right, well, I'm still going to keep on going over. All right. If you catch up, you catch up. If you don't, you don't, type of thing. And so I like that energy for you overall, but it is a little bit concerning to me because especially when you're on that Knight of Pentacles journey where you're really out of your comfort zone, this is where it can be a very much so like a make or break type of situation for you, Gemini, Aquarius, a make or break situation for you, Aquarius, where you might associate all this stuff that you're having to let go of, and like your alarms are going off. I guess this is alarms, like your alarms are going off in the sense where it's like, oh, should I just not be doing this because all these things are coming up, all these disappointments and da 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 da. No, this kind of feels like it's all par for the course. All right, so let's continue on here. Even in the back of the deck for here when I'm picking it up, I don't know, I was holding it weird. Girl, focus. Thank you. Focus, girl. You have the Hermit. Should not be so hard trying to get. Girl, I spent way too much on you, honey, for you to not be doing what I tell you to. I'm talking to my camera. So let's continue on. I feel like that was like its own message there. So let's see what else is brewing for you, darling. Let's see what's going on else for Aquarius here. Not the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, actually. All right, so you guys are really investing your time and your resources into something, and I feel like you are not getting the results quite yet. All right, and I don't think you're really too hard about yourself on this, because I feel like you already have this understanding of where it's like it's going to be an investment. Like when you invest into a stock, like you don't expect I guess sometimes people expect to have an immediate payout, but you know, you're playing the long game here, and whatever it is that you're investing into, it's setting you up for some major success here, right? The Sun card is coming in here, which is the best card in the tarot deck, Aquarius. And so to me, this is like the most validating thing. Yeah. And then the Ace of Cups. This is the most validating type of message you could ever be getting, Aquarius. And it makes it a lot easier to let go of things in your life or to move on from certain folks when you understand that this is all still getting you to the path of where your heart chakra is opening up with the Ace of Cups, opportunities finding you. Like it's just all this goodness here. All right. And so don't doubt yourself on the things that you're investing into right now, because while right now it might be extremely taxing. Right now you might even be considering being like, oh, should I change things up or anything like that? I don't feel like you should. This is, what is that one thing? Shiny object syndrome. That one thing. So there's this saying when it comes to business where people sometimes struggle from shiny object syndrome, where it's like, oh, I want to do a YouTube channel for tarot, and then I also want to have a vlogging channel, and then X, Y, and Z, right? I don't want you to worry. It's not necessarily you're suffering from shiny object syndrome. It's more the sense of where, because you're very careful about what you're investing your time and resources into, because of everything you're having to let go of and release, right? As that Knight of Pentacles and just the journey that you're on, like you're just wanting to make sure that like this all pays off at the end, right? And it absolutely does, because I do get this sense of where you might have some slight reservations still when it comes to investing in a certain project of yours because of how taxing it is. But I promise you, by the end of this destination here, you'll be so happy. And this is definitely something in association with where you have been really feeling just spiritually just called to. All right, the Nine of Pentacles is somebody, this is who you are. All right, girl, I don't care about genders. If you took one look at me, you know I don't care about genders. So this is who you are. right? And this owl, the Nine of Pentacles, is usually always showcased by like some aviary or just an animal. And I personally always see this as your spiritual guide, and as guiding this person or guiding you to pick a specific pentacle. And if you look at it, it's not the biggest pentacle, it's not the brightest pentacle, it's not the most, you know, it's the easiest pentacle to reach. It's a very specific pentacle. So it's something that doesn't make sense to anybody else, right? It's giving very much so like someone that feels called to having like a music major or like a major in college, where you don't know how you're going to, after you graduate from college, you don't know how it's going to be profitable, right? But it's something that you feel called to be doing, right? I just get the sense of something that you feel called to do that you can't quite explain how it's going to be really positive for you and set you forward in life by a lot until after the fact, all right? But don't feel bad about investing into this. Don't worry about, I don't feel comfortable saying don't worry about a plan B, because I feel like that's irresponsible, but I don't function off of plan Bs either, honey, right? When I quit my nursing job and I did all this, honey, and now when you Google me, that's all you see is all this crazy stuff here. I didn't develop a plan B like, oh, what if this, you know, tarot stuff doesn't work out for me? What if my entrepreneur journey doesn't work out? Like, I don't think about it like that. I just focus on the task at hand because I trust what I'm investing into, it's going to pay off, right? And it is. Like, you get more of a confirmation than I ever did when I started out, Aquarius. So truly, 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 I know you have a lot going on right now. I know a lot of things you're having to let go of and release and all that, but I promise you, probably more so by the end of the summertime, you're going to start seeing the fruits of your investments. All right, it's going to pay off for sure, but just don't suffer from shiny object syndrome right now. Don't feel pressured into having to develop a plan B and C and D and E and F and G, honey. All right, because you're part of the course. You're exactly where you need to be right now, my friend. This is all like what you're having to go through, what you're having to let go of. It's all part of the course. All right, it's all to be expected. No surprises there. All right, so I love you so much, Aquarius. Hopefully something in here resonated, and if you're looking for further clarity, you can book a private reading with me on my website, darling, and I'll talk to you later, Aquarius. Bye.